The court had no sun, light came from the bones of stars, strung like lanterns across the night sky, but it was cold, distant, like the man who watched her from the balcony above the throne hall. Sat at the edge of slathered fountain, her finger trailing through the backwater that glowed faintly wherever she touched it. Magic. It still clung to her skin, heavy and unfamiliar, as if the word was waiting for her to command it. Has not spoken to her since he brought her here, not really. He watched, like the moon, like judgment, like longing, until tonight. You remembering, aren't you? His voice echoed through the chamber, low and sharp as velvet or steel. Yuna didn't look up, remembering what? You have walked these halls before. Dreams are not memories. He descended the stairs with the silence of falling snow. He wore no crown, but the shadows poured around him. The Fae of the Hollow Court watched from the corner, faceless, silent, thinking shaped like men in smoke. Not dreams, he said, but echoes, fragments of what the curse tried to bury. She stood facing him. Why me? He was quite too long then, because you knew my name. Yuna breathed caught, not Kalen, he murmured, stepping closer. That name was forget from ruin. You called me by the one I gave up long ago. Her voice trembled. Jeon Jungkook. The name hung between them like a spell, his eyes silver with night and sorrow, soft and just enough to make her heart ache. No one had spoken that name in centuries, not without pleading for it. Then why didn't you stop me? She whispered. His hand reached out, hesitated, then brushed a strand of her hair behind her ear. Because when you said it, I felt like I could breathe again. And suddenly the distance between them felt too small. Yuna wanted to step back but didn't. She wanted to touch him but could not. There was something in the air, old magic, waiting for a choice. If you remember more, Callan said, Yuna was thick with something dangerous. Be careful. Memories played, and we are both already bleeding. He had once been Guardian Junko, Guardian of the Veil, Warden of the Dawn. His armor shimmered with sunfire, and his sword bore the name of the star long dead. Before the Hollow Court, before the war, before the curse, he had a heart, and he gave it to her. Not Yuna, but someone who carried the same fire, the same eyes. Her name was Serena, a mortal seer from the Sun God, destined to die young. He met her when her vision wand of darkness breached the veil, his realm's greatest boundary. You will fall, she had whispered the night they met, for love, and for me. He would laugh then, arrogant and golden. Then I will fall willingly. And he had. He broke the law of his realm to be with her, stole time from the god, brought her moonstone to wear on her skin and danced with her where no one could see. But God cursed him for touching mortal fate. Serena was taken, her soul shattered, her name erased from memory, even from his own. All he was left with was age, and a curse that twisted his name into Callan Verneth, the Nightbringer, the ruler of Hellcourt, a half-dead kingdom cut off from the light. He tried to forget her until Yuna appeared, with her soul like wildfire and her touch like memory. She looked nothing like Serena and yet everything like her. And when she called him Jungkook, the name he had not heard in 1,000 years, his curse cracked. Something remembered him. Someone had come back. The hollow god did not sleep. The sky never changed, always painted in violet and black. A moon frozen in a place like it was watching her. Yuna wandered the silent corridor alone, her bare feet echoing against stone edged with runes, and she could not read, but felt they pulsed beneath her toes like they knew her. A pull guided her deeper. She was not sure if it was instinct or magic, but it led her to a forgotten hallway with walls covered in faded tapestries, one of them torn, revealing something behind it. A door, carved from blackened wood lined with gold, a single symbol burned into its center, a thorn moon wrapped in a flame. Her blood burst, her palm tightened, she reached out. The moment her hand brushed the door, it failed, responding, and a single drop of blood slid down her fingertips, soaking into the wood. The seal hissed, unlocked. The door opened to a chamber made of a straight and shadow, floating crystal glowed above a pool of silver water. At the center, a mirror, ancient and cracked, wrapped in a chain of bones. A woman screamed her scream, fire, a kiss under a dying moon, a crown of thorn, a blade made of sorrow, and a name, not hers, not fully. Serena, she whispered, trembling. Behind her, Kellen appeared. No sound, no warning, but his eyes were wild, haunted. You are not supposed to find this, he said, voice low. Yuna turned to face him, hand shaking. Who was she? He didn't answer, so she asked again, louder, more broken. Who was Serena? Kellen stepped closer until the mirror's glow painted his face in shatter of light. She was the beginning, he said, and the curse. Una pulse quickened. Then what am I? His hand hovered near her cheek. The end, or the undoing. And then, so quietly she almost missed it, you have her soul.